these have good reasons or bad reasons.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to change your mind is through reasoning. It just might be good reasoning or bad reasoning. And so pointing out the bad reasoning so that you're better at it is the solution. And to me, it's like a give-up move. Oh, screw them, they're never going to change their mind.
Yeah.
Well, they might.
Yeah.
And people do. And I don't know if you raised hands, how many people changed your mind? I mean, I think most people have. It's on something, and we're worth talking to.
It never happens that day, though.
No,
Almost never.
I think I have, by some considerable degree, the least noble motivations of anybody else. I do this because I get a massive fucking kick out of it. I'm sorry, but the thing is, I mean, for me, I love, for a start, I like solving puzzles. Love doing crosswords, love doing sudokus, that kind of thing. I love finding how things fit together and finding how things don't fit together. I like identifying systems. I like seeing the underlying structures of things and figuring out how they work. And I also love exposing bullshit. And I get an almost physical kick out of watching a really skilled satirist, like Jon Stewart when he fucking nails something. The feeling you get, oh yeah! You know what I mean? It's an almost physical kick when a really skilled satirist really gets to the kernel of what is bollocks about this thing he's talking about and just fucking nails it. And I like, you know, on the few occasions I've managed that in my own work, I get an immense kick out of it as well. And I found, you know, like I said, I told the story on stage last night about, you know, this ex-school teacher of mine who suddenly turned up banging the drum for ID, which suddenly made it feel a bit more personal to me. Because let's be honest, like I said in the panel 2 years ago, living in this country, nobody really gives a shit if you're a fucking atheist. You know what I mean? Nobody really gives a shit. It's just like, we get to sit around in the pub and congratulate each other. We're not really being persecuted, we're not really being legislated against, you know what I mean? It's really, I mean, I think my experience of growing up in a house where religion just never came up is actually broadly typical in this country. I don't think many people are aggressively atheistic or anti-theistic. I think most people just don't give a rat's ass for religion one way or the other. But I find I do have I get an immense pleasure out of dissecting bad logic. I enjoy it. I enjoy finding the flaw and going, no, it's not because, but you're finding, no, you know what I mean? I get immense, and this is why it's become actually probably a really bad habit of mine on Twitter is getting, although having said that, I don't ever just blunder into other people's conversations about religion and go, it's all bullshit. The only time I ever, the only things I address on Twitter are people misrepresenting what atheism is. That's when I get involved. Atheists think that there's no inherent positive belief in atheism. Any sentence beginning with the words atheist believe is already wrong.